Uh, Sorry, a little late today. Wound up running into some delays and could not. Computer, turn on Dragon Lamp. No? Computer, turn on Dragon Lamp. There we go. All right, so, uh, thanks, Alexa. So, we had some some KBO to go through from earlier today. We'll have a little more to go through tonight. Plus, got to get our golf picks and bets because there's a few sportsbook bets that I like taking a look at here tonight. Especially using up some of the free bets that we got from some of our previous ones. So let's go into our our KBO bets first. So let's see if we got this set up right now. Here we go. And yep, there we go. So we had two teams going. This was a team that I entered into a $5 single entry tournament as well. Or no, sorry. Yeah. What the hell was it that I entered into here? Let me double check just so I know what the hell I'm talking about. This one was a. This was a. Yeah. Okay, it was a $5 single entry. Yeah. There were two lineups that I entered, um, which we had gone through. Let's jump back over here. So the first one was this one, which was a $5 single entry tournament. Um, we had Lim as our lock, and Lim, hey, again, hugely owned, of course. Yeah, 69.5% owned, but going against the Eagles. All right, again, look at this: 8 strikeouts, only 1 earned run, 18 outs. He hit 3 people. He hit 3 batters, which is unusual. Walked 2, but 25.5. He got the win. Again, if you have a chance to start somebody going against the Eagles, do it. So that worked out. Then on this was one where we spent up for Troy, because the second pitcher was very tricky yesterday, very tricky. So we went with Troy. Overall, not terrible, but you spent up that much, only get 12.4. Not super happy. Hit a pitch, gave up 9 hits, walked a guy, gave up 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Did pitch almost 7 innings, so that's good. So 12.4, not bad. And then we went with a combination of a Twins mini stack, a Heroes mini stack, and then a bit of the Bears. Um, and not bad. 118.9 points overall. And nobody got shut out, so we got points from every position. That was good. I'm happy with that. 12 points for a $4,000 catcher. 2 hits. That's good. Troy, big time here, man. Big time on $2,400 for the Bears. Only scored 3 runs, but he scored 2 of them and drove one in. Got a double, a home run, 21 points. Huge points for us there. Fernandez only 1 hit. Again, he's been cooling off definitely the last couple of games. June 2,700. Running a base on ball, I'll take it for 2,700. I'll take it. Tim, big time spend up again. Got a hit in RBI, 5 points. Lee, good spend up there on this one. 5,300. 4 hits, 2 doubles, an RBI, base on balls, 2 runs scored, 24 points. Take it. Che, that was our offensive lock. Would have liked to see more, but a hit, a run, a base on balls, 7 points, 3,300. Can't complain too much. And then money saver Kim in the outfield for the Giants as well. Only 2% owned, but he had a hit. He scored a run, got his 5 points. Definitely take it. This was entered into a $5 single entry tournament, and I entered into a $25 double up, and it scored in both. So in the $5, it was good for 100 and it was good for 116th place for $10. So $5 entry won us back at 10, and then it scored in the double up as well. So we managed to double up to $25. So it's $30 up on the night at that point. Let's see what this is. All right, so that was there. Then we went over to here as our other team. Now this one was entered into a $12 single entry tournament and a $25 double up. Again, this was all part of our attempts to rebound from our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which did not go well with the NASCAR and the golf. Again, we had Lim as our lock. Did well. Flexen was the other guy we considered. A little less money, a little less points. So what are you going to do? But again, our lineup scored all the way through. Nobody got shut out. You again, Choi again, both bonuses for us. Fernandez, again, a little bit of a disappointment. Saladino, who I talked about, trying to work in there as our third baseman. Good night there. 2 hits, a home run. Solo home run looks like, plus 2 walks, 21 points. Lee again with the 4 hits. And then Koo 7, Che 7. Not bad, but 134.9 points. Not bad at all on this one. This wound up coming in 10th place in the $12 single entry tournament. It was only 270 some people, I think, in the tournament. So it was only only 8 points out of first. Only 8 points out of first. But still, it was good for $49. So $12 was back 49, so $37 up on that. Add that to the 30, so that's $67 up. From those two. Oh, and this roster was also in a $25 double up, so it was another $25. So that takes us up to, I think, 92 or so up. So awesome, very, very, very good rebounds for us across the board on both of these lineups. Like I said, $92 ahead just from last night. And that pretty much wipes out, I think it puts us, in fact, ahead a bit compared to the losses from the weekend. So that's great news for us there. Great news from us. So now let's move on to some of the betting. I want to recap real quick what I'm looking at doing in terms of the sportsbook betting for tomorrow. Starting with the RBC Heritage golf tournament. So let me see here now. I used up one of my free bets I put on a damn Bundesliga game again. And I lost it. So I lost one of my free bets. But still have two more free bets that I'm placing on golf tomorrow, and a few more actual cash bets. So here's what I'm looking at in terms of the sports book betting for for golf tomorrow. Is this good? No, let's go over this one here. There we go. So yeah, so I am looking at going with using one of my free bets on Justin Rose to finish in the top 10. There's a number of people that are picking him to contend with. First, I guess he made a club switch a while ago and was really struggling. Last weekend, switched back to his original clubs. Had a much stronger showing. I think he finished third last week. So people like him a lot on this particular course coming up. So I'm going to look for Justin Rose finishing the top 10. I'm putting down $25 on him. I got him at 4-1, plus 400, 4-1 odds to finish in the top 10. So if he finishes in the top 10, that would be nice for us. I'm also using $25 to put a long shot bet, fairly long shot, on Rose to win it. This is again the enhanced offering that we got from DraftKings. Am I online? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, for some reason I couldn't see my chat. But this is again the enhanced offering with that we got from DraftKings, so that every stroke under par that Rose finishes, we will get $3, a $3 free bet for every stroke under par. We used our $22 free bet that we got last week to put on the Bundesliga league and lost that. But $3 per stroke under Justin Rose on this one, we'll take that. Then we have another $25 free bet that I'm putting on Matt Kuchar to finish in the top 10. That's again at 400 plus 400, so 4-1 odds for him to finish in the top 10. That would be nice. Taking $15 on Justin Thomas to finish in the top 10. And that is at 3-1 odds for him to finish in the top 10. Putting $20 down on Hideki Matsuyama to finish in the top 20. Putting $20 on that and getting 163, I think. Basically a little more than 1.5 to 1. So we did back our 20 plus 32 more. And then I'm throwing $10 on Hideki to win it at basically 30 to 1. And then I think one more bet. Yeah, putting $10 on Justin Thomas to win at 16 to 1. It says enhanced offering next to each one of these, but I think you only get them if you have a $25 bet on it. And I think that might only be your first $25 bet, which is Justin Rose for us. So these are all fairly. I would be comfortable, especially the top 10s and the top 20. I really like the Hideki Matsuyama at top 20. If you can get that at more than 1.5 to 1, I would not. I would definitely be happy with that. Most of the models that I've seen are projecting him somewhere around 6th place. So that's good. Obviously, if any of these, other than the top 20, if any of the other ones win, we cover our bets for more than cover our bets. But it's really a bonus because of the bonus free bets that we got. But yeah, so that's what we'll be looking at there. So, and there's a couple other players too. I mean, you know, I don't have a lot of faith in DeChambeau, even though I know he won uh, last week. I don't have a big confidence in him. Justin Thomas, I definitely am liking him. I don't remember some of the other good odds. Um, Kuchar, I like, and there were decent odds on him to win as well. I just didn't feel comfortable enough putting him uh, in that top spot. And hell, if he wins and I get the $100 from finishing the top 10, I'll take it. So that's everything that's happening in our what you call it, on our sports book for tomorrow. Um, obviously, if there's anyone that ever has any questions about sports book or thoughts on picks on where they might want to bet, just drop it to me on Twitter uh, or pop by during a stream and let me know. So now let's take a look at, and I have not looked at this actually at all yet. But let's take a look at our golf fantasy lineup for tomorrow. I'm just going to enter one lineup in the golf tournament. I'm going with a $12 single entry tournament. 1,160 people. I think first place is 2,000, something like that. Yeah, first place would be 2,000. But even minimum, even if you finish anywhere in the, this is a little more than the top 20% win. If you get in there at all, $25. Um, Maybe I don't know if I'm going to consider a double up on this as well. Usually I don't know what it is with me. I think I could probably wind up playing double ups consistently. Um, I don't have as much fun playing them. I don't know if it's because it doesn't really have a tournament feel to me. I don't know what it is. Um, but like I said, it's again not an easy way. Obviously, you can always lose, but it's what I like to do if I have a bad week or a bad stint of games. Jump into some double ups, get back whatever money you may have wound up dropping, and just rebuild, or replenish or whatever it is. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I might go with a double up on this, but we'll see. Let's see what we get here. So first of all, I haven't really looked at the prices. Um, yeah, I haven't looked at the prices or what kind of lineup we can build. So let's take a look here. I know that one of the guys that there's some people that are hot on is Hatton. Tyrell Hatton right here. He's coming in at $8,000. Now, if we took Tyrell Hatton, now where else might there be some money sitting? Because I'd like to wind up getting possibly Thomas. My there's a couple. There's two opposing viewpoints on DeChambeau this week. One is there's a number of articles that are writing in favor of him that he's found a new game, that he's added a few pounds, He's getting extra distance on his drives, and then it's really making a difference for him. There's another school that's talking and saying that this particular track isn't really going to course is not going to suit his style of play, and that he may struggle this week. And I'm tending to think that as well. Rom is another one. He has trouble staying patient, and this course apparently demands a lot of patience. So I'm going to stay away from Deschambeau and Rom on both of them. There's also a number of people that are looking at Simpson to bounce back. I think I might do that as well. I have a history of if I draft a favorite in any given golf tournament and he blows, then the next week he does great. There's no science behind that at all, but it's been pretty consistent, pretty persistent for me. So I'd like to get Thomas. I'd like to look at Matsuyama. Matsuyama is one of my favorite golfers to bet on for years now. And I possibly would be considering Simpson. If I took Webb Simpson, Matsuyama, and Thomas, that leaves you with only 2 slots left at 6,300. And obviously there's not a ton of value there. Well, not a ton of value, but a ton of you're not gonna find any locks. Let's see. Vaughn Taylor is coming in at what? Let's see, where's Vaughn Taylor? Shiz. Vaughn Taylor's coming at 6,700. So even he would not necessarily be worth it. Even he would not necessarily be worth it if we go with all three of those main guys. There's my boy Hubbard. So this is very difficult to get these three. Manhattan. Hold on 1 second there. So yeah, so that's going to be a real tough threesome to pull off. Let's see what other potential savers there are. Yeah, I'd like to. I like. I like the intel on Brian Stewart. He's coming at 6,600. So I like him. And I like the Gooch. The Gooch is making the cut. Yeah, he makes the cuts. He makes the cuts. But I don't know if we can afford Simpson, Maya, and Thomas. So, if I had to drop one, I'm probably going to wind up dropping Thomas. Um, if I drop Thomas, he's going to give me the most money to spend elsewhere. Yeah. If I look at it that way, if I go there and go with the Gooch, if I go with the Gooch, oh yeah, all of a sudden now I'm up to 82.50 left. Man, if I went down, right. If I went with Stewart, who has a I think he's made 5 straight cuts at RBC. If we went with him, that would leave us with 9,900. Which, hey, that gives us possibilities for Justin Rose, Sung Jae that's definitely. Heck, you could take Justin Rose, Dusty Rhodes. You could take Justin Rose, and then maybe you don't go with Stewart. Maybe you look at pumping him up to a Jim Furyk, who I understand is pretty solid on this course, even though he's 50 years old, and um, but you could possibly jump up to a Furyk. You could look at Bud Cauley. Bud Cauley is one of the folks listed as top 15 value. So yeah, so you've got options. So you've got options. I'm looking at whether we go this way and this way or not. There's my core starters: Tyrell Hatton, Webb Simpson, and Matsuyama. I would probably try to work it with a couple of guys in the 7,000 range to then bump you up to have enough money to look for even a Morikawa. If you get up to Morikawa, definitely. But a Morikawa, an M, a Rose, um, Burger. I think I don't think we're liking Burger. I don't think we're liking Burger this. Yeah, I think I would stay away from Burger. I'm staying away from McIlroy too. Um, I know he's the top golfer in the world. But I have a bad history with McIlroy. I have a McIlroy had that huge collapse that he had. He's famous for it. I don't remember. I don't remember what track it was on right now. But I had we. This is back when Gary was still alive, and we had placed a bet on McIlroy to win it, and he was running away with it. I mean, I can't remember what he was. He was like something ridiculous, like 4 or 5 strokes up. Final round, 5 holes left, and we had gotten him at something like 40 or something, 40 to 1 to win it. And we had 20 or $25 down on him. And he proceeded to collapse in a fashion that you rarely see anywhere other than a movie like Kevin Costner and Tin Cup. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He was hitting balls. He was winding up in people's yards. He was peeking out behind garages. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. And he definitely is a guy who can golf well, better than anybody, for 70 holes. But if he fucks up on one, he's done. He has little to no recovery ability whatsoever. I mean, he unravels. It's insane. Um, and so having read about the course and John Rahm, and that's why I'm staying away from him. I'm definitely staying away from McIlroy this week as well. Um, yeah, and Burger doesn't work for me. Um, but Reed wouldn't be bad, right? Let me take a look. Reed. Yeah, Reed's not bad. He hasn't played at this course in a while, but this is a very, very short course. It's a very, very short course, and Reed is one of the best short game players around today. So, and so yeah, I'm looking at these three as the core base. Pick up a couple of guys here in the $7,000 to $8,000 range. Again, I really like the Gooch. Yeah, I like the Gooch. I like the Gooch. Furyk is a big time money saver. You could go Gooch and Furyk, and if you did that, you'd have enough for even no, no, you would. It'd be just shy of Morikawa. But you could go Gooch, and if you wanted to drop down even lower, you might have a chance. Gooch is good. Furyk is good. Um, Bubba, Bud Colley is good here. Bubba Watson, the exact opposite of McElroy for me. We have good. I just told the story last night or whatever it was last week about Bubba and him getting his first Masters win at very long odds. We had money on him. JT Poston is another one you can look to save money on here. So yes, you've got a number of options in the 7,000-8,000 range if you go with this core, and then see what you can get up here. I would say stay away from Berger. Stay away from Rahm. Um, if you can afford Schauffele, go for it. If you can afford Morikawa, go for it. M would be a strong option. I'm happy with Justin Rose because I bet on him to win and finish in the top 10. Reed would be a strong pick. Spieth, Spieth for a while there, Spieth was the guy that nobody could beat. And then something happened to him. And stay away from Dustin Johnson, too. I'm not feeling him. I've seen a bunch of models where in most of the predictions they picked Dustin Johnson to struggle. But yeah, so there you go. That's the that is the golf picks that we're looking at for tomorrow. Don't forget about the sportsbook bets on golf. But now, still not quite done. Let's jump on over and take a look again. I have not looked at these at all yet. For the Korean baseball, I'm probably just going to go with another two lineups. I'm almost positive I'm not entering any double ups on the Korean baseball lineups today. We've won 3 or 4. I don't remember now. I don't remember what I played the night before last. I know that we've won 3 in a row, double ups at $25 each. So when you look at going back to our last what was it? The picks we made early Tuesday morning and then early this morning. We are 75, 100, 112, 100 somewhere in the 100, $125 range up just from Korean baseball in the last 2 days. So yeah, so when I think of it there, that definitely wipes out our drops from the weekend. And that's only going back to the weekend. If you go back 2 weekends, the 2 weekends prior to last weekend, we were strong. So we're having a good year. We're having a good year since we started streaming. So now, so what we got? Well, you got Chang Woo-Koo, the murderer, the man who just every time he pitches, you look at this here, 27.4. Now it's kind of a bad night for him. The fact that he's only 9,400 is crazy. Now I don't know if DraftKings takes into account weather or not. But it's this is the right there. You can see right here the Oh wait, let me jump over for you. Chang Woo-Koo, right there. You can see the weather for the Dinos game. It is the one that's most likely to get rained out. But there's also threats on the Twins and the Eagles. which is really going to make our pitching options difficult. But yeah, here, let me bring up the Coup Man again. You look at his last outing here. Gave up a home run, 2 base on balls, 2 runs, didn't get a win. Only scored 27.4 points. You know, yeah, he's been struggling the last 2 weeks. But look at that. I mean, this guy has not scored under 22 points all year long in any outing. I mean, he stopped 30 twice, almost at 40. That's insane in Korean baseball for a pitcher. But yeah, so he has not dropped below 22 points once all year. Do you take him? Are you going to be up at 5:30 in the morning to find out if the game's happening or not? Even if it's not, there's no guarantee it doesn't get rained out. That's one of the toughest things about the baseball, the daily fantasy baseball stuff is, man, you can be there and check it out, and they start the game. It starts raining in the 3rd inning, and you're screwed. So we gotta look at him. Another one's like that's possible to get rained out is the Eagles, and like I said, Tyler Wilson, 2-2, nothing outstanding, good number of strikeouts. Take a look at his games. There, look, last time he pitched against the Eagles, 22.3. I had a bad day there, but that was against the Dinos. Three of the weaker teams he cleaned up on. Struggled against the Tigers. Pretty good against the Heroes. Struggled against the Giants. But like we've said, how can you look past anybody that's pitching against the Eagles? Looking at this now, like I said, I haven't studied this much today. But it does look like the Dinos and Tigers game is significantly more threatened by rain than the Twins and Eagles. Still, it's a threat. Who else would we possibly be looking at? Well, we got Straley here, right? And you got Gagnon, who has done well for us. And look at those strikeouts, man. 45 strikeouts. 45 strikeouts. Only 9 walks. Only 1 home run. Of course, he's going up against the Dinos. If you're gonna, you can't. This would be a game that I would actually even consider a double up if it wasn't rain threatened. I would consider going Gagnon and Coup. But if you're going to risk one pitcher from that game, it's going to be Coup. Straley, who we've liked, 50 strikeouts. I mean, he is definitely, it's hard, when you look at this guy's numbers, 8 games hard, 1 win, 2 losses. Only giving up 1.11 whip. Less than a hit per inning. Walks of a decent number. Only 2 home runs. Opposing batting average is at 2.11. His ERA is almost below 2. Over here, look at this. I mean, this guy pitched 7 1/3 innings. Struck out 7, gave up 1 run. He couldn't get the win. I mean, his team has been struggling for him, man. Struggling to get him points. I mean, when you're looking at this kind of Scoring, he hit 40 back here. Look at this one. He hit 40 points. He's had a couple of off games here. One against the Eagles, which had to shock us. I can't remember if we were gambling. I think we were on Korean baseball at that point. But that was before the Eagles were really what they are right now, huh? You know, but coming off a 40-point performance. Oh, yeah, I think I remember this. We thought that maybe he got drunk. Yeah. Yeah, he must have gotten drunk on that one. But you look over here overall, I mean, the last, 4 starts there, he's been very consistent, very solid. You know, and he's right. He's in a great price range. You know, 7,600. Not threatened by rain. I may wind up having to do 2 lineups, like we did, whenever that was, a couple weeks ago. You know, do one lineup that is focusing on completely avoiding the probable rainouts, and then another lineup that doesn't care if you focus on it or not. So let's make this be the one. I'll say right now, you know, on whatever lineup we're going to build that doesn't care about the rainouts, we're going to go with Koo. It's probably going to be Koo and Straley. And then the one that we're going to Straley's going to be our lock. He's going to be in both our lineups. Yeah, we're going to put Straley into both our lineups. One of them will involve Koo. The one that involves Koo, we're going to have 41.25 left to fill out the roster. That's not terrible. So that can definitely be done. On the other one, you know, I no longer trust Odissamar. He's definitely, you know, ever since this run back here, where he was pretty consistent, so he has been struggling. I mean, he has been struggling. Yeah, you can't. When you're paying 8.5 plus or 8,000 plus, you know, it's interesting that his salary is continuing to climb despite his struggles. So I don't like him. I'm not going to go with him. This guy's pretty consistent, isn't he? For the season, 17.3. 17.3. Last game, 17.3. 42 strikeouts. It gives up a fair number of home runs. Yeah, so for avoiding the rain, I might just go Australian Park. That gives me 43.37. Yeah. Let's see now then. What? If we're looking to avoid the rain, what stacks might we consider? Well, you know, with the way that Odissamar has been struggling, you know, might look at the Giants. Wait. No, this one is for okay. Might look at the Wyverns. Let's take a look at the Wyverns and the Giants. So Machado, who was batting in the eighth and ninth position for a long time, has been moved back up to the fifth spot. So that's pretty good. If we were looking his way. We're probably going to look at a Twins. We might go Twins and I'm not sure. In the rain, in normal we're not worried about the rain. We might go Twins and who's pitching for the Yun Dong Hyo. So he's only had 2 spot starts. He's won both of them. Gave a fair number of hits. Walked a lot of people. And who's it against? The Twins and the Giants. This time it would be against the Bears. Let's take a look at the Bears too. Let's take a look at the Bears. The Bears. This is our going to be our non-rain lineup. If we look at these guys right here, then let's see. Looks like Jun Won Jun. He's having a solid season. If we're able to stack there, he's going at 4,500, so not bad. Not bad. But I'm sure we could save some money on some of the Wyverns as well. Let's get their starting batting order up here. We might look at if we do a double, who can we get? We could go with Ji-Hoon Choi batting leadoff. He's only 2,500. For the Wyverns, he's batting in the outfielder. Let's take a look at the 2,500 Ji-Hoon Choi right here. Batting leadoff. That brings us up a good bit. Fernandez is not going to keep on struggling. We can almost guarantee that. Who else would we look at with the Wyverns? The number 2 hitter is John Root Ko. He's at 4,200. He's right here. Let's take a look at him. I'm not coming off an ankle injury. That's why he's 4,200, right? Yeah. Batting second, huh? Takes up another outfield position. Let's take a look at it. If we take John Cole, and then man, we're filling up our outfield. I don't know if we're gonna be able to swing this, but I'm looking at getting. We can't get all three, but if we would take Subin Jung coming in at right here, 2,800 for the Bears. In addition to him, take Ju-Hwan Choi, who we have really been liking. Yeah, 2,400. Right here, put him at first base. Take Fernandez here at second base. And then if we focus in on the Giants, we can't get June. That sucks. Can't. None of those guys have any position flexibility for us. See, the rest of the Giants. We could get Machado in the shortstop. Let's take a look at that. We went Machado at shortstop. Still, man, there's not enough non-rain options here that we're not just going to leave a ton of money, which again can't get too focused on that, right? But my initial thought right now is we drop one of these. We drop someone like a Choi for the Wyverns. Replace him with June. Right? And that's what we're looking at doing right there, yeah? That's definitely what we're looking at doing. Catcher looking to avoid the rain games is tough. You probably just jump over to third base instead. Figure out who you want and you can get anybody. Do you go? Jung Choi. Yeah. Yeah, I think we go here. We go Jung Choi like this. And then you take the picture that you want. Or the catcher that you want. Probably Sung Woo Jang from the Wiz. But there's a couple different options to go here. You don't need to go with the necessarily with the Wyverns. You can back out of that. I'm not completely 100% sold on the Wyvern stack there either right now. And then the other roster is going to be significantly different because we're definitely going to focus on some Twins, and we're definitely taking what's his name pitching against the Eagles, Wilson. So we'll definitely. I'm almost possible go with Straley Wilson lineup in that one. If we take a look at that real quick. Straley Wilson. That's giving you 42.75 left over. You can. I'm. Fernandez is going to have a big day at some point. Again, but I'm probably looking at. Hey, TK, I'm on my way over to Big Room shortly. I'm just wrapping up my last Korean baseball uh, insight here. But I will be joining everyone in the Big Room Entertainment, shortly for some hanging and chatting. And come on over. Um, it's gonna be a good night in the Big Room. It was a good day. Ramos is listed as being, yeah, he's expected to return actually. Um, yeah, I don't know why the analysis is that he's not ready to come back yet. The write up is that he's expected to start on Thursday, so that's definitely an option that you might get him at a very low ownership. Um, Especially where it's a chance to be rained out. And right now, anyway, he's being listed as being on the injured list. So this could be an opportunity to take Ramos and build. If you take Ramos and you start to look at building around him, looking at some of the. Yeah, 10 sounds good tonight. Give me 15 minutes or so to wrap this up. And then we'll start broadcasting on Big Room Entertainment at 10. Touch base with A-Bomb. Let him know that I'll be set to go at 10. Get some drinks going and start having some fun. Nice. Yeah, if we're looking to build around the Twins here, I drinking in the hoo-ha. That's the way it is. Did you see my Murder Hornet clip? If you haven't, check out my Murder Hornet clip. Because I worked Murder Hornet into my stream the other day. Yeah, if we're looking at going for the Twins, then like I said, I would be going with Ramos with the expectation of maybe. Yeah, dude, check out Murder Hornet and check out That's My Friend Hammer. Those are two clips that cracked me up from yesterday. I cracked myself up. So yeah, we'd be looking at going Ramos, most likely Kim. That's Hyunsoo Kim. And yeah, do it now and let A Bomb know I'm on my way. And see their roster here, their lineup. Yeah, let's look at Ramos and Hyunsoo Kim, who bats second. And then we'd have to look at Chung Woong Lee, who bats leadoff. Gives us the 1, 2, and 4 spot. And then there's no way I'm not taking Che. I'm going to go to the 4 stack for the. Heck yeah, I'm going to go to the 4 stack. That leaves us with 4,200, man. 4,200 is solid to build the rest of that lineup. Again, we've used up all of our outfielding spots. But with 4,200, you can fit in a couple of those Wyvern players we were looking at. You could fit in. You could probably squeeze in Fernandez, right? Yeah. If you took Fernandez, he's going to knock you down to 35, 33. Still, you've got your catcher position, which is so weak at in the Korean baseball. Yeah, you go with Jang. No. Who was it that we went with? Was it Jang? Yeah, I guess it was Jang. I don't remember now. Who the hell did we go with? Who were we talking about with our catcher on the other side? We were talking about. Yeah, Sung Woo Jang. Yeah, Sung Woo Jang. Yes, you could go with him. Third base and shortstop. You could make it work. But if you don't go with Fernandez, heck, then you got room to play around there. Then you could consider going with Weiji Yang for the Dinos. Not then you're running into uh, real rain potential. And now I'm thinking, do I want to go Australian Wilson? Yeah, I want to go Australian Wilson. Koo is so good, but there's such a. I'm still worried about that game. Let me just take a quick look. How messed up would we be if instead of Wilson? What if we didn't make Australia our double lock? What if we went Wilson and Koo? What would we have left? 3750. 3750. You go Jang at catcher. You got 3,800 left. I think you could do it. I think you could fill out those spots if you wanted to run that way. I think there's a couple options. If you're ignoring the rain, fuck it and just go both potential rainouts. But you go Koo and Wilson, you could wind up, honestly, hitting 60 points between these two guys. Pitching, if both games go off, you could get 60 points between those two. Or you could wind up with next to nothing because they both get rained out. So you can either do that, or if you're going to take a risk on one, take it on Wilson. It's a lower chance for him to get rained out and go with the double lock with Straley. And then you have 4,400 left. Yeah. Then you have 4,400 left. You don't need to go Jang in that case. But yeah, you got it. I mean, then you've got options. So you've got. It's gonna be this way. It's gonna be this way. For me, but I would not be. Somebody could easily talk me into going Koo and Wilson on my fuck the rain roster. Um, definitely. So but otherwise, I like this core as your stack. Take Ramos. Go take the risk, especially if you're going to be up at 5:30 a.m. Eastern, because you'll know if he's playing or not. If he's not, you can drop him out pretty quickly. But you've got a chance here for people like me and a lot of other people that are going to be entering tournaments that are not going to be up at 5:30 in the morning and aren't going to risk taking them. They're going to see the IL. They're going to read the write up. They're going to see it say he's not ready to return to action, and they're going to skip him. So you could get him in single percentage ownership possibly. I'll take that risk, especially for a $3 entry. But yeah, so I'm going to go. I'll go 2 rosters. One, like we talked about, completely avoiding the rain, which we just ran through. Straley's going to be my primary lock. He'll be the one that I'm probably going to go with both. Although, if somebody talks me out of it, they might wind up going Koo in the rain. Koo in the rain. That sounds like an old Prince song. But there you have it. That's going to be it. We have a good run. The last 2 days, like I said, we're up well over $100 just from the last 2 days of just Korean baseball. And then tomorrow we start the fun with the golf. We'll track that as we go. We'll track the golf and see how that goes. We have a number of sportsbook bets. Don't forget to delve into those. And hopefully we'll continue the streak here. So take care, all. If anybody's watching this video or this stream or this clip, and you're looking to just have some regular non-sports, non-gambling related talk and do some ha-ha laughing, come on over to Big Room Entertainment. I'm gonna be hopping over there and joining my friends Tiki Monkey and A-Bomb and getting some laughter going. Take care, all. Keep gambling. Good luck. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.